Hello and happiest days to you folks. Hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day and that today's post finds you as well as possible. For you folks, so today, Saturday, this is the day that I dedicate to doing my thoughts on older movie and TV serials that are forgotten. People don't typically go back and watch them, but are heavily influential on there. All right, so we're taking a look first at the next one and that sort of thing too. I just finished up things like Captain Midnight or things like Dick Tracy serials. This is the next one. So it's called The Secret of Treasure Island. For you folks, it's 15 chapters long, but it's almost 5 hours. It's very, very long. It's very slower paced at times too for those reasons. So get engaged. It's by Columbia, and it was in 1938 for you folks. So let's take a look at The Secret of Treasure Island. So it stars a few people here and there in a bigger cast. It stars Don Terry as Larry Kent and Gwen Glaze as our primary protagonist. Tony Morrell. Larry Kent is a journalist. And it also stars Walter Miller as Carter Collins, he's the bad guy, and Grant Withers as Roderick Gridley. For you folks, and also stars George Rosalie as Captain Samuel Cuddle, and as well as Hubert Hosworth as Dr. X, a key character here too. And then it's directed by Elmer Clifton. He actually writes it too, as well as George Merrick, George Rosner, and L. Ron Hubbard. And so this is actually based on L. Ron Hubbard, a short story, Murder at Pirate Castle, that was published a couple of years earlier, and that sort of a thing too. And so they actually brought him in order to help write the script, and that sort of a thing too. This was so successful, put them on the map in a major way. And I understand some people might be like, why am I watching a Ron? I get it, and that sort of thing too. But I think you got to rate these things based on what they are as a piece of art, right? Not based on who the person is, right? I've reviewed Isaac Asimov stuff. Some people might not like that. I've reviewed things by because of his misogynistic tendencies and that sort of thing too. I think we need to let the art be the art, right? And that sort of thing too. It's based on so like I mentioned before, it's also updating Treasure Island for the modern era too. So this is set on an island and run by an evil millionaire, the one I mentioned before, the Big Bat. He has a bunch of people there that follow his orders that he takes the leads from, and it also holds a secret pirate treasure that was hidden and divided into two maps. One of those maps he has acquired and that sort of thing too. But the girl who I mentioned earlier as the protagonist, the key character here, she has, in the first episode, we'll find out that she is the child of somebody on the island, and that sort of thing too. The pilots become secrets, like a loss of time. And then she's the one with the other half that's inherited. Her sort of a guy who's a little older kind of treats her as his ward, and that sort of thing too, with a lot of respect. He actually gets a letter, confirms to her identity, and then as the only child of his great friend, and then he gives her the map in the first episode right as he's dying, because somebody wanted to kill him to get the map. And then she goes to the island with the reporter, the investigator from the first one, that sort of thing. He's actually been sent there to investigate the disappearance of a previous importer that was sent there too, but it goes missing. But it says like a telegram that he actually died, but no body was found or anything like that. So he's going to follow up on that. It's a pretty dark second. So this was so popular and so well done. It actually put Columbia on the map in a major way with serials and other stuff too. It turned them into a major powerhouse. That sort of thing too. I think the action here is actually pretty good. The sets are good too. And you can definitely tell that they've really put their care and talent into this. Also, there aren't a lot of traditional serials in here, like no major clip shows. There aren't any for an episode. There aren't any bad cliffhangers that sort of redo stuff like that too. So my only issue is how long it is and how slow paced it can be at times. That drops at one point to a 9 out of 10 for you folks. So that's it. But yeah, it's actually surprisingly good. I think it's held up well, except for the length. Just get ready for a long time. I'll link it to you in the comments below. But there, have you watched this? And let me know, what did you think about that? Do you agree or disagree with 9 out of 10? Be happy to sort of engage with it further in the comments below for you folks. And then also, as a reminder, I'm not a trained film critic. I didn't go to film school. I don't make films for a living, right? None of that stuff. So that means that your opinion is going to be just as valid as mine, because I'm not coming from a place of expertise, right? I'm just a fan like you. So check out that stuff. All up and elbow. But there you are for you folks. Also, like I mentioned before, I do a lot of these on Saturday, where I dedicate this to the storytelling genres of movies and TV serials. Do you like Doctor Who? Done tons of reviews of this stuff, so you can check it out too. And then on Monday, I do a review of older tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons. Coming up next is the UK is the X series, or sometimes RPGs like I'm sorry, I said that, or sometimes like war games like Battletech 2 that are older, from earlier sets. And then also, I do on Wednesday older video games, video game reviews, and that sort of thing too. I just did Star Control 3 from the 90s. Next up will be Star Control Origins from in 2018, if I recall correctly. So you can check that stuff out. And also, I've got Let's Plays 2 right now. I'm Star Control 2 from 92. So you can check out those two. And the other 3 days a week, I do older videos of things you should read in the 3 genres that we typically cover for this channel: science fiction, fantasy, and horror too, right? And so there you go. And so then if those 7 older things a week, plus the occasional Let's Plays here and there, if that sounds like your cup of tea and you're really interested in that, well, that's great. Welcome to the channel. Have a seat. Please do all the YouTube stuff. Like hit the subscribe button, bell icon, like, watch, all that stuff too. For you folks. Alrighty, as you can tell from those 7 older things, I like to do reviews of, bringing them out back to the people, and getting a more popularity and that sort of thing too. It's not passion of mine. It's definitely where I'm coming from. It's even where its name for this channel comes from, which is a quote by Jean Joubert, who says that the worst thing about new books was they kept us from reading the old stuff, right? Not that the new stuff is bad, it's not, but in our passion for the new novel, the new movie, the new video game, right? And new sort of, diversion of our difficult days that we sometimes have, right? We sometimes have forgotten that these things are standing on the shoulders of giants, right? So let's check out those giants, right? Not that they're banned by default, they're not, but you get the idea. And so many of these serials are definitely genres that are heavily influential that I forgot about. Alrighty, so there for you folks, and then I just want to thank you so very, very much for taking some time out of your day and investing it, right, and watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, right? And we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So like you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.